What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Still Slaps music commentary / music reviews. Today on deck, we have a classic review. We have the anniversary of Nevermind by Nirvana. The anniversary just passed. I believe it was yesterday. It was the album official album release date. But I wanted to get this video shot. I had intended months in advance to get this video done, but I wanted to give myself time. I went and listened to the album again from start to finish, and I got a sincere question, a very, very sincere question. Please do not kill me. I'm only 27 years old. But I have a very, very strong feeling that this album right here, Nevermind by Nirvana, please don't kill me. Don't kill me. I'm only 27. I feel like I have a decent amount of rock discography listens. But of course, no one's perfect. So please do not kill me. But I think, and you feel free to let me know in the comments how you feel about this. I feel like Nirvana's Nevermind, this album might be the Thriller of rock albums. Now, a moment of silence for me, because if I get killed, I want to be the one to establish my own moment of silence over a take like this, okay? I have to be. This album, why is this album so perfect? This album, I wish I was my age. I wish I was my age when this album came out. The age that I am today, with what I feel and this album is so perfect. From start to finish, this is a flawless rock album. It is so perfect. I can't tell you what is wrong with this thing. This thing production-wise, this thing sonically, this thing goes in some slight direction sonically, but not too much off track for it to get derailed. This is a perfect rock album. This has got to be one of the perfect rock albums of all time. It's got to be, right? It has to be. From the way Kurt can switch his cadence, his delivery, from the way he can go from sounding like a kid who's got a lot built up inside of him, and just needs to belt everything out. It may be nonsensical, it may not, you may have a hard time understanding what he's trying to get at, but at the same time, he can turn into that kid who, he can become that kid who is in the corner in the classroom, who you find out can have a very, very great singing voice at the same time, and can just ride a melody and be smooth and innocent and sweet, to going into this really high volume dynamic of just this grown man who you feel like has been through it all, has literally built up. He don't have to really be saying much either. Like his lyrics, his lyricism, he can come and perform. Like, Kurt Cobain has to be the Freddie Mercury of frontmen in this conversation. I'm not talking about pop. I'm not talking about the dynamic of obviously a Queen, because that's a completely different genre in a sense, sort of in some areas. But Kurt Cobain has to be, at least for the 90s, Kurt Cobain has to be considered to be the Freddie Mercury frontman of, he's got to be considered the J. Cole of rock frontman, right? Am I bugging? Am I tripping? Somebody let me know in the comments if I'm tripping. This album is just so perfect from front to back. It doesn't try to push itself as a conceptual album, but you've got the cover art that's arguably one of the most controversial cover arts of all time. But at the same time, you feel like it's trying to tell you something, but then you're kind of like, I don't know, maybe not. And obviously that's not in reference to the idiot, what's his name? Spencer something. I don't know his last name, but he just filed a lawsuit. What an idiot, man. That's a whole nother video. But this album, man, somebody let me know. I'm feeling like Nevermind has got to be it's got to be a thriller of rock albums. It has to be, right? This thing is just too perfect. And then we got to consider the age group that these guys were in when they made this. Come on now. Come on. This album is just, if you feel this album this is a must listen to before you die. It's gotta be. It has to be a must listen before you, if you care about rock music, you have to listen to this. This album should be a blueprint for rock albums. If you're talking about studying and wanting to make rock music and if you think you want to have an idea of, making an album that's just so cohesive and so the flow of this thing, you don't even think about when this thing plays. You don't even think about you're not thinking about the track placements. You're not thinking about the time. You just you play this thing. You have to drive with your windows down through the most politically heightened areas and just blast this thing. Have this thing just blasted. Go through the most politically correct areas and just blast it. You have to. You can't listen to this thing in your house with your windows closed. You have to be outside blasting this album. For the sake of Kurt Cobain, you have to do that. Man, y'all let me know if I'm tripping. I really do feel like this album it's gotta be contender for best rock album of all time. Where is it on the list? Somebody let me know. This has been Shuby for Still Slaps. Nirvana, Nevermind, anniversary just passed for this album. Kurt Cobain, Nevermind by Nirvana. Still slaps.